Before I take questions, I just want to say congratulations to Cleveland. That's a championship team, an amazing group of players, and it's a hell of a series. 5 games didn't do it justice, just for how competitive it was. There were times where I was just stunned looking at the talent on the floor between both teams. And as I said, they're a championship group. We have so much respect for their players, for Coach Lou and his staff. Incredible basketball, incredible high-level basketball out there. And so congrats to them on a great season. Obviously, we were heartbroken last year, and but this year was our turn, and we're obviously quite happy, if you couldn't tell by my wet hair. So,
Janie,
who wants to start?
Janie, first question
Steve.
here.
Congratulations, Janie McCauley from AP. For all the scrutiny months and months ago, you had 2 stars who wouldn't be able to coexist, and how was everybody going to get enough shots? And how special was it to see those guys celebrating like that and smiling and dancing out there? And also for you personally.
I'm not sure there was really that much of a story about our guys not being able to coexist. I think there's just a lot of space to fill. I mean, come on, it's you got a bunch of guys who are talented and can shoot and pass and dribble, and they're unselfish. There was never any question in my mind that this was going to work, and so. This is the culmination of a year where they grew together and learned each other's games, and got better and better all year, and it was just phenomenal to be part of.
Tim, next question.
Tim Kelko, American News. Steve, I know you never wanted to be about yourself, but couldn't help see you crying there after the game. Just maybe not the details, but what is going through your mind? Is it what you had to go through this season? Is that part of the emotion that you were feeling right then?
Yeah, for sure. Winning is fantastic. I've been so lucky to be part of so many championship teams as a player and now as a coach, and it never gets old. But tonight was a little different, just based on the things I've had to go through during this time.
And I know it's in front of their home crowd. That's different. But didn't it seem your guys seem more emotional? Steph, Draymond, I know they were emotional in 2015, but did it seem to have even more power this time? It's
hard to compare. I mean, it's just winning a championship is so hard, and when you do it, you just you get 9 months of all this work and you can finally let loose. And so I wouldn't compare it to 2 years ago because it was equally as exciting back then, but it's just, there's nothing like it, no feeling like it.
And towards the middle.
Steve, congrats.
Ann, thank you.
Ann Killian with the San Francisco Chronicle. Kevin went through a lot this year. He was vilified. He was, called all sorts of names, soft and all sorts of things. To see him perform in this series and to come away with the MVP, what do you think that means? What does it mean to you, the team?
Well, you can ask him. He's right there. But
what about for you?
For me, I'm just so happy for Kevin. I'm happy for all of our guys. It's interesting when you look at championship teams, each player kind of has their own story. You got a rookie like Patrick McCaw who comes in and plays in a Game 7, makes an impact, and his story is so different from Steph's and Clay's. But Kevin has a very unique story. You just mentioned that, and I'm just happy for him. He's had an amazing career, but he just took it to the next level, and he was incredible all season long. He had an amazing series, just dominated. Everybody for the last 10 years knew how good he was, but until you break through and win that first championship, there's always still something there, and I'm just so happy Kevin has broken through, and there's more to come from him.
Steve Kerr with KCBS right here.
Yeah.
Cavs were up. I'm sorry, right.
Oh, okay, sorry.
The Cavs were up much of the first quarter and into the second. I think they were up 6, maybe halfway through the second quarter, and suddenly you guys go on a 22-2 run over 4.5 minutes. I know KD got half of those points, but what happened?
I think it was a typical closeout game. I've been lucky to be part of 7 of these, actually. 5 as a player and 2 now as a coach. And it seems like every closeout game is just difficult. You're nervous. You got all this energy. It's usually not pretty from the beginning. And I think our guys just did a good job of hanging in there. We kept the lead at 6, 8 points, or the deficit. And it was just a matter of time before we were going to break through. And we had that huge run in the second quarter, which changed everything.
And again, that run, and then what was it, 24-13 to wrap it up in the fourth,
Yeah.
and KD gets 11 of those too.
I was just blown away, as I mentioned earlier, about the talent on the floor for both teams. And, I mean, the shot making. And the game has changed so much, in terms of the spacing and the shooting. And you're looking out there and you're like, how are we going to stop anybody? And I'm sure Ty was saying the same thing, But we have an amazing group of talented players, skilled guys who came up big when it counted and pulled away in the fourth quarter.
Coach, thank you.
All right, thanks.